Welcome back to another episode of the Inquisitive Mamba Podcast. This is episode 151. Special news that we had earlier today. God, I can't even speak right now. But we got the Couch Reports back on the podcast. Welcome back, Ethan. It's so great to have you on. I've missed seeing your face, but I haven't missed seeing that Eagles hat. That's for sure. Oh, God, it's so great to have you back on. How have you been, man?
Way better. I was super sick in the spring. Not my best season, but we're back. We're healthy, and we're excited for football.
Yes, sir. We got football coming up here. We got college football this weekend. We got NFL next weekend. We got a little taste of some chocolate strawberries with some preseason football. Nothing like the real NFL season, but I'm excited. I can't wait. I know you're excited because the Cowboys-Eagles, September 4th, is our kickoff game. But so much to get into on tonight's show. Make sure to follow us on YouTube, the Inquisitive Mamba Podcast, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. Make sure to follow Ethan's TikTok. He's back as well at the Couch Reports. He is always dropping content about the Eagles. He's doing a lot more live streams now. He's doing some cards. He's doing some sports cards, so you guys can check out that as well.
Yeah.
Make sure to follow the Inquisitive Mamba on TikTok at the Inquisitive Mamba. We almost had 1,000 followers now. The engagement is starting to grow, even though TikTok decided to do the whole hashtag thing. They only limit you to 5 hashtags now, so they decided on that. But guys, we got to talk about it. We got to address the elephant in the room. We got to talk about it. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce got engaged. We got so much more to talk about it. I just had to name drop that. But Ethan, you had a good summer though, other than being sick?
Yeah, I had a pretty solid summer.
Did you go and I saw you travel a little bit too. You travel a little bit too. Is that correct?
Yeah, went to Los Angeles, went to Universal, and saw some friends down there.
How was visiting LA? I lived there for a bit, so how was that?
Definitely nice. Really hot when I went. I hate the traffic as per usual, but it was fun. All fun times. What about you?
How long were you there for?
I was there for I think almost a week. Almost a week.
Nice.
Yeah.
I had a good summer. It went by really fast. It was just consumed with a lot of Netflix, a lot of entertainment, not a whole lot of sports stuff because this summer was dry. With that, I picked up watching a lot of TV shows. I applied to grad school 2 weeks ago.
Hey!
So wait, fingers crossed, waiting to hear back if I do get into grad school. Hung out with friends, got to go to Miami here and there for some influencer content stuff down there. Yeah, I mean, I didn't really travel that much outside of the state. I'm going to Denver this weekend for a bachelor party, so I'm excited about that. Yeah, we're going to go tour the Broncos Stadium, which I'm looking forward to.
Okay, that's fire.
So I'll definitely have to send you some pictures out of that. A friend of mine, Nick Hamilton, and I are going to that, and then some of the other guys are going to go golfing while we do that. And then, of course, college football is this weekend, so I'm excited. I've never been to Denver. I'm looking forward to it. We got some cool things planned. I'm really excited to go check that out. But yeah, other than that,
go Buffs!
Colorado.
Yeah.
Big weekend with college football, and then going to check out Denver. I've never been. The Mile High City, of course. You have the Nuggets, the Broncos. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm really looking forward to going to see Mile High Stadium. I always think back of the flashback, the 2013, I think it was AFC Championship, Patriots Broncos, when we lost to the Broncos, and I'm excited to see it now that I can see it in person. But yeah, that's kind of how my summer was, and we'll see how this goes with Denver this weekend. But I'm ready to get into the show. I am so ready. I'm
to jump into
to have you back. It's great to see you. Like I said, we got football this weekend, week 1 of college football officially. We had a preview last weekend in college football with Kansas State and Iowa State with Avery Johnson and Rocco Beck. They nothing short of spectacular of that game. I thought Kansas State was going to win that game. I took my first bet in the first couple months. I LSU -2.5. Did you watch that game?
I did not watch that game, but I did see the fight afterwards with his brother and his dad.
I didn't see the fight. I heard about it, but I was just like, oh, geez. So maybe you can spill the beans on that. But before we get into football, we're just going to address it. We said Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce got.
Look at the shirt. Look at the shirt.
Yeah, the shirt. You knew that I was going to be wearing a Taylor Swift shirt. I didn't think this was going to be happening today. I told you that we had a good planned show ahead of us. We got a packed lunch, and then I'm at work, Ethan. I'll tell you how I heard about it. Adam Schefter from ESPN. That's the notification I got on my phone. It said Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are engaged, and I looked at it and I said, "Huh?" And I said, "This has got to be real." And then I clicked on Instagram and I saw her post, and it said your favorite gym teacher and your favorite English teacher are engaged. And I was at work, and I was like. I can't wait for 4:30. I can't wait for this day to be over. I cannot wait for this day to be over. I told you I thought they were secretly engaged for the longest time. But now it's officially official. And I didn't know, I knew that they were going to get engaged, obviously, because Travis Kelce is endgame for Taylor Swift, the song from Reputation. But I didn't think that it was going to be before the NFL season, Ethan. The reason why, because I
Ooh.
thought it was more of a distraction than anything. Of course, getting ready for a new season. I thought that he would retire after this season. He's got 1 year left on his deal, and then they would announce it afterwards. But with the podcast that she just dropped on New Heights when she came on the show 2 weeks ago, coming up tomorrow, special New Heights episode actually drops tomorrow. And then I was like, And then the album that's coming out October 3rd, The Life of a Showgirl. Like, I don't think she's had a better 20. She's probably had the best year of her life. She just got engaged. New album. Just went on a podcast. So it's like, I was just so like in awe that it happened. I really am. And I know you sent me that picture of the 40-6 thing. Her and Travis actually crashed Instagram.
No, it's I saw that she turned off the comments and there was like 15 million already that liked it.
There was 8 million likes in the first hour. I was like, oh my gosh. But on a more serious note,
congratulations.
I'm actually crazy, right? I'm just like, I'm more than anything, I'm happy for them because like she deserves it more than anything. All the boyfriends that she's had, and of course everyone likes to hate on her because all the albums, and every time she breaks up with a boyfriend, everyone says she always drops an album. But this is a game for her. Like, she has felt comfortable with Travis Kelce. If you watch that podcast with her, it was special to see her feel comfortable being with her family. Like, that's her family now. And like, she was kind of hinting at that on the podcast episode, and now this is it. Like, and it's just amazing to see. I'm so happy for them. She got her love story, all the songs singing this entire time. You Belong With Me, Love Story, all these songs and all these lyrics. So High School is also a banger, by the way, from the Tortured Poets Department. That's the song that she chose for this Instagram post, which is about Travis Kelce.
Look at you knowing that. I didn't peep that.
I'm more of a Swiftie than I was than a couple months ago.
Would you say you're more of a, are you more of a Swiftie than a Pats fan?
Oh, I can't say that. That's hard to say. Do you want me to take the Pats hat off?
No, of course not. I actually like the hat.
I wouldn't say that. No. Listen, I've always loved Taylor Swift. But I think I grew more to like her when she came into the football light, because like, I was like, oh my gosh, like she's coming into my space. Like, and now the fact that like the NFL like really just like post her, like it's amazing. And I just love that. Like, if you watch the podcast, I'm sure you've seen the clips because I sent you a bunch of them. The whole Jared Goff thing, like she was saying, oh, Jared Goff, like this, not like she's actually loves football. She mentioned Xavier Worthy before. So like, people that's like out there to say like she's some like ditzy girl that doesn't like care, like doesn't love football. Oh no, she does, or she wouldn't be going.
No, she's definitely into it now. There's more incentive of being into it because of Travis Kelce. Why would you not want to get into what your partner is in?
Your spouse, yeah, exactly. Your significant other, which I was saying a while ago. But even this, you're an Eagles fan. Her dad, Scott Swift, is an Eagles fan. Like,
no, he's not anymore. We don't rock the Swift family.
Maybe not anymore, but when she was growing up, when she was younger, like she said, she's like, I watched a little bit of football with my dad. I didn't really understand it. And I just love Andy Reid, what he said. He's like, I set Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift up. I don't know if you saw that clip.
Big shout out to Big Red
from years ago. Yeah, you got to watch that Chiefs documentary on ESPN Plus, Disney Plus, The Kingdom. No, it's good. It highlights your birds.
I heard, to be honest, just heard
it's really good.
It would change my narrative on Patrick Mahomes and his cockiness. I don't think like I'll watch that until after the season.
It was really good though. Like, I love NFL documentaries. We'll get into more of that sticking here on that. But yeah, like, I mean, I'm really happy for them. I think they deserve it more than anything. Just all the negativity and the hate that they get from the media. I really do appreciate it. And you know what? Haters gonna hate. Players.
Hey, congrats on them. If you hate on someone else finding love, I think that's just that's a you thing.
I mean, she's 36 years old. She's got to find somebody at some point.
The real question is, do you think they'll have children?
Oh yeah, of course. Oh, 100%.
Dang, it's age-wise, it's getting dangerous.
I mean, listen, they've got to be on a fast track now. I mean, well, of course, women are on a clock, but there's a fast track coming because he's got one more year left in the NFL, regardless if they go to the Super Bowl or they win, lose. However, 1 year left on the deal. She is coming out with a new album. Like, it's got to be coming at some point. Like, they've got to. I mean, listen, like you said, 36 it's of course it's not young, it's not super old, but yeah, the clock is definitely on. I think that they were secretly engaged way before all of this. Obviously, those pictures, I don't think those were taken today.
Ooh.
I told you this a while ago. honestly, but that's just how I felt. But I knew Travis Kelce was endgame from the beginning. All the PR and all the negativity that they tried to spin and say that it wasn't a real relationship. It wasn't a real relationship. You even said to me, you even felt that it was real. You wouldn't be like how would you even try to like fake this? Like you're gonna have like
selling it that hard. There's just no point. That's just doing too much. She doesn't have enough time and day to do to be selling that.
Taylor Swift can be with any guy in the world she wants. She wants to be with Travis Kelce because she feels comfortable with him and she loves him for who he is.
She's older than Travis. She's older than Travis Kelce, right?
They're the same age.
Oh, they're the same age.
He's October and she's December. She's December 13th, 1989. He's also I think he's October 5th, 1989. They're in the same year because Opalite on the new album on The Life of a Showgirl, one of the songs is actually Travis Kelce's birthstone.
Oh, look at you.
Yep.
Knowledge. Oh yeah, they're both 35. Wow.
36, I thought. Are they 35 or 36?
Turning 36 this year.
Turning 36. That's right. Okay, that's right. They're both 35. Yeah, they're both the exact same age. Come on.
Wow, look at them.
It doesn't get much better than that.
Look at them.
Yep. Instagram broke. It did. It really did. I'm really just happy for them more than anything. And I knew that they were endgame when he was going on stage and doing all that. But yeah, I mean, listen, you got my reaction to it. I'm over the moon about it. If anyone wants me to be a little more excited, I don't know how much more I can be. I'm just more excited about the new album coming out on October 3rd, The Life of a Showgirl. That's what
Are you gonna stream your reaction?
Well, all TS12, 12 songs, baby.
I like that.
One song with Sabrina Carpenter on there. Yeah, I'm excited for that album. But some Swifties, before the engagement news came out, were upset because they were like, how many more covers is she going to come out with? Because these covers are expensive here. Like, Taylor, like, come on, like, slow your roll with all these covers and all these album covers that you're doing and these vinyls because, like, it gets expensive. I think each cover was like $30 or whatever. But yeah.
Jesus.
If there's ever, aside from that, though, like, people that, like, maybe this isn't realistic, but like, people say this, shoot your shot, because like Travis Kelce went to a Eras tour at Arrowhead 2 years ago and brought a friendship bracelet and put his number on there. And she didn't even see it at first because like he said, she doesn't talk at shows. She doesn't talk at concerts.
Mm-hmm.
And the next thing you know, fast forward a few months, she's going to the Bears game, the first game, which we saw her on TV. That was when we officially saw her on TV. And then the rest was history from there. So it's like, hey, man, you know what? For the people out there, shoot your shot because you're never going to know. Like I've always said,
shoot or shoot.
100% of the shots you don't take, shoot or shoot. You know, right? It's crazy to think about. But if Travis Kelce would have never done that, this probably wouldn't have happened. And you know what? I'm going to bring this in for the girlies here as well. Taylor's never come into the NFL light. More girls wouldn't be watching the sport like they are now. I'm making a good point, really. When you think about it, if that never happened, I mean, the NFL, what would she care about the NFL for? Why?
You don't think she would just find any interest in football if she loved it so much as a child?
Have she ever? Well, she loves Travis Kelce, but has she ever shown an interest like she has? No, not like this now.
Yeah, probably more incentive to go to games.
Rumblings that they're trying to get her to do the Super Bowl. I don't know. We'll see. There could be a very well possibility. She very well could do it, but I don't think she would. But then again, never say never because we never thought she would get on a podcast. My hands are tied.
It would do numbers. It'd be even better if the Chiefs didn't make the Super Bowl.
Well, for your sake, yeah, but it would be the biggest. It would be the biggest. If Taylor Swift did the Super Bowl halftime show, it would be the biggest ever. It would be bigger than.
No, the reason why I'm saying that is so Travis Kelce can attend the Super Bowl and support her.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, he can't do that if he's playing the game. Yeah, very unprofessional.
So
if you think about it, yeah.
That's funny. Yeah, they began dating in mid-2023 after the whole appearance, and then she made I mean, I just think it's crazy. I don't know if people are sick of them, if they were sick of them then. The NFL's posted like 10.
They're definitely sick of them now.
About it.
Yeah,
NFL,
definitely.
They just they completely forgot that, or no, they're on the script, but they completely forgot about like sports for the time being. But then again, people get upset. Like, you're allowed to talk about other, like, it's an entertainment page. I understand it's for sports, but like, you can talk about other things. Like, it's not a crime for like it's, I know it's not TMZ or People Magazine or Us Weekly or Entertainment Tonight or ET, but like, they're allowed to like talk about other things. Like, it's not the biggest deal. And if you're trying to grow your sport to the female audience, I don't see a problem with showing Taylor Swift on any sports platform. I really don't. I know the guys don't like it. The Brads, Dads, and the Chads, they get all upset, but I don't really see an issue with it. I really don't.
I think
that's just my
If the content becomes just mainly Taylor Swift, I can see why it's upsetting if you're just following the football page. But to stick up to date with like current trends, I don't think there's a huge issue on that.
I don't think there's a big problem with showing her, especially when it's like, I mean, I know we're almost in season now, but like
Hmm.
content is content. And if you want, like I said, if you're trying to grow your audience to more female demographic, or you're trying to push it to more females instead of just all male, which NFL's, I don't think, I mean, maybe in the beginning, or I don't know the statistics or the database, you can look it up. But I mean, from the Chiefs documentary, from the sixth part, they were saying that there, I think at least 57, well, actually, when Taylor Swift started to become part of the NFL with Travis Kelce, there was a 57% increase in the fan base amongst the NFL. But the Chiefs fan base before was like 50, I forget the numbers, but it was more male than it was female. They said last year, I'm pretty sure that it was more female than male because of her. Like, I
Mm.
just don't see the problem with it. That's just how I feel. I mean, like, listen, I think more girls watch football now because of Taylor Swift, and that's where I stand. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but that's my opinion, and I don't think I'll change my mind about it. All right, you ready to get into some football? Are you ready for college football this week? Because I know I am.
Yeah,
It's
let's get into
it's
this.
I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited. Texas, Ohio State. That is going to be a game for the ages. Arch Manning, Julian saying all the hype around Arch Manning. How are you feeling?
That's definitely one of the games of the year. It might be the best game. We're starting off college football with a bang.
The fact that we're getting Ohio State and Texas in week one versus three. Realistically, I think Ohio State should be two. But the fact that we're getting that game at a noon kickoff, I wish it was later game, but I'll take it. You know what? There's a lot of pressure on Arch Manning, especially going into Columbus. The shoe,
Who has more
Heisman.
pressure?
Who has more? Who? Ohio State or Texas? Texas by a mile,
Mm.
100%. Because Arch Manning is supposed to be the next like second coming of Christ. How the media has made him out to be, even though he
Uh-huh.
hasn't even now. Excuse me. Now he's taken over Texas fully. Yes, Texas 100%. Because the SEC is harder than the Big Ten. The SEC is going to be an absolute gauntlet this year, because even if Ohio State loses that game, I mean, yes, of course it's a big deal, 100%. But I think they have more ground to make up than Texas, because
Mm.
you're the number one team in the country. You're supposed to be that team. Colin Simmons, Arch Manning, Wisner. Who else do they have? There's a lot of guys. More. They're stacked. Texas is loaded. They are a literal loaded baked potato. I mean,
They definitely have
the pressure
pressure
is
coming in,
the
and especially how they ended the season last year. I don't know if they have the most pressure because if we're looking at it, Ohio State's trying to defend. They're trying to repeat. I feel like if
Yes,
you're trying to repeat
the
with a lot of
defending.
change, you become what is it, the hunter? Now you're the prey.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, so we
Well,
got to see what
yes,
Ohio State does.
I saw that as well. But for I think Texas has more pressure,
As a
mainly because of
quarterback,
all the. Well, yes, Arch Manning has the most pressure in all of college football, probably in the last
yeah.
5 years, maybe in the last 10 years, maybe since I don't know, maybe since Cam Newton, maybe since Tim, yeah, maybe since Cam Newton, maybe since that time. Because I mean, realistically, however, though, with Arch Manning, though, there's one or two things that I could very well see happening. It's a very close game. Arch isn't ready for he plays a good game, but he just can't overcome the pressure. He can't overcome that Ohio State defense, or he comes in there and he makes a statement. But I've got to give one answer, and this is how I've got to go. I've got to stick with my gut. I've got to stick with my heart. Man,
Who
this
you
is
got?
hard.
Who you got? Say it.
I gotta go with Ohio State to win this game. I think that they defend home field. Yeah, well, listen, I'm not gonna listen. It's tough because do I want Ohio State to win or want the SEC? I want Ohio State to win because the SEC with Florida. But no, picking with my heart in the SEC, I think Ohio State will win this game in a very tight fashion. I think that they have the experience. I know that they lost some pieces, of course, from last year. It's a very hostile environment for Arch. It's his very first big game on the road. How will he do under pressure? I know everyone's saying he's that guy, but I got Ohio State in a close game. I think that they make those in-game adjustments. Who do I like better? Ryan Day, Steve Sarkisian. I know those two teams played each other, in the playoffs last year, and Ohio State won. These are two total different teams. I understand that, but I'm not betting against Ohio State at home. I think they win this in a close game. I have my concerns about Julian saying, but I got Jeremiah Smith on my team. Maybe Texas is a bit deeper, but at home, I think Arch will have some growing pains on the road against Ohio State. That's who I'm going with.
Joey,
I
I have
got
a
Ohio State in
question.
a very tight fashion.
How many yards did Jeremiah Smith have last game against Texas? 3 yards.
That was last game, though. That was last year. And also
Yeah.
remember,
Whoa, I'm just
they
saying
lost.
they did
Right.
lose Barron, Jade Barron. but I believe they have
Lost
the
Barron,
formula to bracket. They're gonna bracket Jeremiah Smith. He's the best
on the
wide
road
receiver in
though
football.
too. Yeah, of course, but on the road too. This is a big environment. This is a rookie quarterback technically going into a hostile environment. You know how college football goes. You know how it goes. He's gonna have some growing pains in that game.
Manning or Julian?
Wait, say that again.
What quarterback do you trust more?
I mean, I don't trust either one.
But if you had to bet your money, what quarterback would you bet on?
I mean, I guess if you want to go the normal answer, you can go with Arch, but I don't trust him yet. I haven't seen anything yet. Listen, until he proves himself. Listen, if he proves himself in this game, yes, 100%. But he's got to prove himself.
I think I'm glazing Arch though because of the name.
You are, yeah, you are.
Yeah, okay. The prestige.
Listen,
yeah.
Listen, I could be completely wrong. I could be eating my crow after this game. But from just an eye test, I know Arch has the mobility. He's got the arm. He's got the IQ. But listen, man, this is a week 1 hostile environment in Ohio State. You know, Ohio State is not just going to be
Ohio State. You're right.
It'd be different if it was at home, but it's in Ohio State. So that's where I'm going with. I got Ohio State winning this in a close fashion. Do you got Texas or Ohio State?
I'm going with Arch. I'm rooting for Arch.
So you're going with Texas.
Yeah, hook 'em.
Okay. All right. You're taking the SEC.
Hey, but Jeremiah Smith, I promise you, if you do not bracket him, he will have more yards and win you this game.
Yep. All right.
Yeah. He's not getting 3 yards again.
No, absolutely not. No, especially at home. No, he's getting at least 1 touchdown. Let's move on to LSU and Clemson. This is a big game for LSU and Clemson because Clemson is a very high ranked here this year as well. LSU, Nussmeier came back, Klubnik came back as well. These two teams are potentially national championship contenders. They both are very, very well so. LSU at Clemson. Woo, wow, this is a big game. Brian Kelly, Dabo Sweeney. Oh, man, this is another tough one. I got to go with LSU. I got to go with Nussmeier on the road. Can you really trust Brian Kelly in these types of situations in these early season games? No, not really. But I think LSU has the depth. I think overall they're a better team. Klubnik also is another Heisman favorite as well. But I got to go with LSU. Tight game on the road. I think they pull this one out. I don't think this one. I think this will be a very close game as well. I don't think it'll be a blowout. That's who I'm rolling with. What do you got?
I'm excited to watch the 5-star cornerback DJ Pickett, 6'5" corner. He's nice, but I am going to go with Clemson. I love the experience with Klubnik.
Okay. All right. So you're taking Clemson at home. Clemson's also a really good team at home. And that's another thing, too. LSU at Clemson, this scheduled game here, usually you would think that this would be at a neutral site, but it's not. It's at Death Valley. I'm sorry. Death Valley is LSU, though. But it's
it's not at LSU, is it?
No, it's at Clemson.
Sorry, I get
it mixed up. It's not Death Valley. That's Tiger. That's I get them because they're both Tigers. I get it mixed up. What's the name of Clemson Stadium? It's
Go ahead.
It's Memorial Stadium.
Yeah.
Sorry, Death Valley. Death Valley. That's what it is.
Happy Valley, Death Valley. So many valleys.
Happy Valley's Penn State, Death Valley's Clemson, and then LSU is also Death Valley. That's right. So that's why I was thinking, yeah. I was saying they're both Death Valley. Anyways, sticking here on this, yeah, these are 2 juggernauts. Clemson arguably could be the best team in the ACC, of course, outside of Miami. I don't trust Florida State. And then you could say LSU is the best team in the SEC. Of course, you have Texas now in there as well. Yeah, LSU's a little. Yes. I said it. So you've got Clemson and I've got LSU. Fair.
I'm just doing this for
Notre Dame, Miami. I'm going to let you take the realm on this one. Who do you got?
I'm going to go with the experience again. Even though Notre Dame should be way better, I'm going to go with Miami. Carson Beck. Got to root for Carson Beck.
Same here. Yep, same here. I'm going
opposite with you then. I got to go opposite. We got to go opposites.
You want to take Notre Dame? Okay.
Yeah, I'm taking Notre Dame.
Give
me Marcus Freeman and the Fighting Irish.
Go ahead with Jeremiah Love. They just named their new quarterback. I don't even really know who he is.
I don't even know who. I couldn't even bet on him if you told me.
Carson Beck has the experience. Ruben Bain, of course, on the defensive side for Miami. Yeah, Carson Beck and Miami, they get this done in a close fashion. These two teams are Catholics versus convicts. That's literally what it is. That's what they
gotta go with the
rivalry. That rivalry goes to back in the day. Notre Dame's number 6. I always think Notre Dame's overrated, and I'm sticking with that there. And I'm going
stand on it. Stand on it.
Yeah, Notre Dame's overrated. Remember it said Remember last year Notre Dame doesn't play anybody.
Hey, wait. We didn't lie. Look at what happened against Ohio State.
Yep. Right. Well, now they got Miami week 1 with Carson Beck. He's got the experience. I'm excited to see how Carson Beck will do with Miami. Notre Dame's got a great defense. They got a lot of returning guys as well. I think they lost maybe one or two guys, maybe a couple more. But yeah, I'm going with Miami in this one as well. So of course, you want to take the opposite with me. But the next game here, I don't think you can really take the opposite with me. Alabama at Florida State.
I know as a Gators fan, you're just so happy to see Florida State just get belt. They're just getting belt week 1.
I am licking my chops like I'm eating a pork chop. BTA, belt to ass for Alabama to beat Florida State. They are going to beat the brakes off of Florida State. And it's so funny because Thomas Castellano, Boston College transfer to Florida State, has been talking all this shit. Alabama is going to beat the brakes off of Florida State. I can't wait. It's going to be great. It's I love it. It's going to be amazing.
Ryan Williams, give him 100 and put a touchdown off rip.
Wins this game. Alabama beats Florida State at least by 14 points. I'm going to say they make a statement.
Look at you being generous. When I hear BTA, I'm thinking like 20 points. At least.
Well, I mean, by 14 points is the BTA in my book. You lost by 2 touchdowns. Oh, fine. You want to say 21? That's BTA because 21 rule in video games, Madden, college football. Or 21-0 if anything. Alabama wins this game 14 to 17 points. I'll stick with 14 just in case Florida State gets a garbage time touchdown at the end. But I don't trust anything about Florida State. They didn't really do anything this offseason They didn't move the needle for me. The needle wasn't moved. Alabama's got Ryan Williams. GM Miller did get hurt 2 weeks ago, but Alabama's got the depth. And just
Ty Simpson.
That's their QB. That's their QB, Ty Simpson. So yeah, Kalen DeBoer's a way better coach than Mike Norvell. I'd be shocked if this is a close game. I'd be very shocked. Very shocked.
And they got Grubbs back as offensive coordinator from the Seahawks.
Yep, and Caden Proctor is back for another year. Good luck getting around him on the offensive side of the ball. He's going to be probably a top 5 pick next year. Let's move on to Virginia Tech at South Carolina. Well, it's the Shane Beamer versus his alma mater, of course, with his dad Frank Beamer being there. The 7.5 point favorite. I know Virginia Tech's got that pretty good QB. I don't know his name, but Lenora Sellers is the guy in the SEC next to Lagway, Arch. South Carolina should win this game by 10 points. If South Carolina is that team, if they want to get respect week 1, and they're supposed to be this team, and they're ranked, I think they're ranked 12, 13, or 14. I can't remember because Florida's 15. They should win this game by 10 points. If you're that team and Lenora Sellers is that guy, which we all know he is, which we think he is from last year to coming on this year, more experience, another year under his belt, they should win this game by 10 points.
Ooh. South Carolina, by the way, was ranked 15. Just wanted to mention that. 15. Oh, this is ranked different then. I'm looking at a different one.
You must be looking at a different one. South Carolina.
Give me. Right. I gotta go South Carolina. I love Sellers.
Well, yeah, of course. Yeah,
I love Sellers.
Kyron Drones. That's the quarterback's name. So he's pretty good as well. So maybe he'll get some plays, some explosive, some elusive type plays. But South Carolina's got the athletes, and I test looking at this game. Like I said, this is all week 1 type stuff here. But give me South Carolina by 10 points. They cover this spread by 7.5.
Virginia Tech in the beautiful jerseys, though. At least they lose in fashion. Mm-hmm.
And he's kind of been sputtered with injuries. Everyone was questioning, is DJ Lagway injury prone? Well, this is the team Florida's got this year. I'm very excited for DJ Lagway to play for the Florida Gators. He's quarterback 1. He's arguably the best quarterback in college football. I know the stats showed last year he had 12 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, but he was a huge driving force of the Gators last year at the end of the season, beating Ole Miss, beating LSU, winning that bowl game, the Tennessee game at the end when he came in there, beating Kentucky. So Lagway's the guy. This is his team. I'm very excited. There's a lot of pressure under DJ Lagway as well. The hype is real. Like it's maybe it's not as hyped up as Arch Manning, but he's on the same level. And if I'm looking at it eye test wise, I think Lagway's better than Arch Manning, but that's my opinion. And I'm not being biased. Prototypical type QB, bigger arm. I think Lagway could be that guy in college football for this year, next year, for these next 2 years, as long as he can stay healthy. I think DJ Lagway can win a Heisman at Florida as long as he can stay healthy.
Interesting take.
That's the biggest thing how I feel about it. But yeah, I'm very excited to see Lagway. Of course, they on the defensive side they got Sapp back, they got Gums, they got the 5-star Dallas Wilson. I don't know how much he'll play, but Trey Wilson's back as well. Jaden Ball. I'm just very excited to watch this team. I know it's not a big game for week 1, but the rest of Florida's schedule, the rest of our schedule is an absolute gauntlet. Texas, Georgia, Ole Miss,
PTA. I'm just kidding.
Miami in September 20th. Man, our schedule's an absolute gauntlet. It's harder than last year, which is crazy to think about. There's no room for error for Florida this year. There's no really room to make any mistakes.
Call it right now. Playoffs or no?
We'll get our lollipop game out of the way. Against LIU. Yeah, Florida makes the college football playoff. Yes, out of the 12 teams. Yes, I'll give them a 12 spot. Yep. Because there's some of those teams in there, of course. But the thing is, the SEC teams beat up on each other. But yeah, I'll stand on business. I will say the Gators make the college football playoff this year. They stand in at 12.
Interesting.
I'll stand on business. What do you think their record's going to be?
I couldn't tell you the record. I don't watch college ball as deeply as you do. I do stick with certain players that entice me. So like Dallas Wilson, I would definitely be keeping an eye on him. He was an Oregon commit, but he had some personal things happen in Florida, which is why he stayed home. I'm excited for him. He's one of my favorite route runners coming out of high school. A huge fan. If he goes crazy, you might have to cop a jersey. But yeah.
All right, so your game, Oregon versus Montana State. Oregon still hasn't named a quarterback yet. It's still not Dante Moore. I haven't seen anything yet.
Come on, Austin has a chance to win. Novastad. Put some respect on his name, Joey.
So what's my spread on it?
The spread is?
Oh, minus 27, now to 29.5.
Come on.
I'm not even worried about that game.
Come on.
I can't give you much airtime for your Ducks, but when there's a bigger game, you'll get it. But that one there, listen, we talk about Florida because of Lagway, because the hype is around him. They're playing LIU.
The hype is around Decorian Moore.
I saw that as well. Yeah,
More. Yeah.
Dante Moore to Decorian Moore. Bill Belichick make his debut Monday night against Texas Christian University, TCU.
Call it right now. Do they win?
On the sideline too.
Do they win
against TCU? I don't really know anything about UNC, so it's at UNC. Let's have some fun. They win that game. Yeah, why not?
I gotta believe in Bill Belichick and his girlfriend. They had to get the team ready.
I gotta believe in Bill Belichick as well. But
yeah,
that's our college football little run up for this weekend. NFL Week 1 buzz. A lot of stuff happened in the NFL in the past couple of days.
It's cut day.
Hendrickson, cut day, yes. You know what?
Yeah.
You know what? Billy texted me that this morning. When I think of cut day, you know what I think of? The Eagles, Vince Papale, the movie The Invincible. You made the team, Vince. You made the team.
Yeah,
Vince.
That's a solid. I like how that's what the first thing you thought of. I was like, cut day? I don't think of anything on cut day.
That's why my mind goes there. I don't know why, but you've seen that movie, right?
Yeah, of course.
Great movie.
Is it like a top 3 football movie for you?
I mean, Invincible might be one of my favorite movies because you got comedy in there and you got football in there, and it's great to see. Sports movies, is that a top
I don't know.
3?
I don't know if it's top 3.
Miracle's really good. The Invincible. Remember the Titans? That's really tough. There's so many good sports movies. What does everyone think? Would you guys say Invincible's a top 5? I would say top 5. There's so
top 5 is
tough.
Top 5 is so tough.
I don't know if you can say. I mean, that's really hard to say. That's like trying to rank Taylor Swift songs.
I see what you mean. There's so many options.
Or that's like trying to rank like your favorite artists, or like that's trying to rank like Michael Jackson songs or like Drake songs. Like I don't know if I can do. Maybe
just too many hits.
That's hard. Right, like Taylor Swift has way too many hits to name 5 favorite. Maybe I could say my favorite, but I don't know if I could give you an order. So yeah, I don't know if I could say that, but it's an amazing sports movie. Oh my God, Jerry Maguire is another great sports movie as well. That's so hard. Wow. I can't believe you put me on the spot like that. You literally shined the dentist light on me and said, name these movies right now. Trey Hendrickson, back to the Bengals. Terry McLaurin's contract extension. The holdout with McLaurin and Hendrickson held out. The
only one that held out that didn't get paid is Micah Parsons.
Oh, we're gonna get it. We'll get into Parsons. Can you believe though the Bengals with Trey Hendrickson, a 1-year deal? I think it's embarrassing, a 1-year deal. Like it's almost like we know we can't afford you. We'll rent a Lamborghini for a year, or we'll rent the Ford Raptor for a year, but we really can't afford it. We really can't do it. We'll leave.
I mean, there's honestly, I'm glad they didn't commit more. Well,
why would you wait this long though? Why couldn't you do this earlier? Like, he deserves it.
That's true. You could have avoided the whole situation to begin with.
Because the Bengals they're a piss poor organization. They are run extremely poorly.
Are they the worst?
In the NFL?
Yeah, are they the worst?
I'd say the Browns are probably the worst. The Browns, the Jags, the Browns are probably one of the worst run organizations in the NFL. I mean, look with the whole Deshaun Watson stuff. Yeah, the Browns are run very poorly.
I don't know. I feel like the Bengals are up there in the bottom 5 of the barrel.
Up there. I would say the Bengals are run very poorly. The Titans are run very poorly. All the really bad teams. Yes. What would you
I like
say?
the Titans.
I mean,
like now? They changed. Robinson's fired. The GM's fired.
Well, I'm saying beforehand, but I'm just saying like the bad teams in the NFL.
No, like they're consistently in the bottom.
Yeah, the consistent bottom teams that are like, I mean, Chicago's run pretty poorly. Really, the bad teams, to be honest with you. Chicago's not run very well.
They're on the come up. They're on the come up.
Right, but I'm saying like in recent, I mean, the Lions were run very poorly.
If you're saying like the past 10 years.
Yes, heck, the Patriots for a bit at the end there with Belichick weren't run very.
I understand why he. Trey Hendrickson. I understand why he wanted a raise. He led the league last year. 14-30. It's not even what TJ and Miles are making. They're making like 40 damn near. But at his age, it's just I'm not committing to you that long.
We got $30 million. He got the $14 million raise. And listen, I'm with you, but he's one of the top edge rushers in the NFL. And that's the thing too. It's like the Bengals. Listen, Trey Hendrickson will do his thing this year with the Bengals. And listen, on him as well, 1-year deal is risky because you could get hurt and now you don't have that guaranteed money. So that's another big thing as well that I look at. But yeah, I think it's an embarrassment for the Bengals. I really do. Obviously, we know
they're going to give him a 2-year.
Or they do. He needs more than that.
No, they're going to give him a 2-year.
Listen, if you're committed to a player that is that good for your team, and the way you've handled situations recently with T. Higgins, Jamar Chase, Joe Burrow, they paid, of course, because but other situations like mainly Jamar and T, you've got to do something more. So let's see how this 1-year deal goes with Trey. I don't have the Bengals making the playoffs. That's one thing I'll tell you. That's one thing I'll say.
This defense, one of the worst.
So, yeah, they still have a very bad defense. So, Terry McLaurin, this contract here, is Terry McLaurin worth this extension? Is he worth that money? No, Terry McLaurin is not worth that money. But we've had this conversation, you and I, in the past. It's the market. Terry McLaurin, I think, is in the range of 25 to 28 a year. He's not worth $30 million a year. A.J. Brown is making 32. You're telling me Terry McLaurin is $2 million less than A.J. Brown? No way. No way. No, he's in the 20.
Wait, they're both 28. They're both 32. They're tied.
Oh, they're both tied. That's right. I'm sorry. So
yeah.
Thank you for correcting me. So you're telling me Terry McLaurin is worth the same amount of money as AJ Brown?
To his team?
No.
To his team?
That's fine to your team. To your team, he's valuable.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, as a wide receiver standpoint, he's worth $2 million more than Tyreek Hill. Maybe Tyreek Hill's at the back end of his career. Maybe he's getting on that way. He wanted more money and he wasn't going to get it because he's not as good as that.
But we can also say. Terry finally got to showcase his talents with JD5. He has so much inconsistent quarterback play. I feel like he's finally getting the sunshine or the lights that he deserves.
Yeah, sorry, he's making $32 million. You're absolutely right. Listen, Terry McLaurin's a great receiver in the NFL, but he's not worth that money. He's just not. I'm sorry, he's just not worth that. He's not worth it. He's not worth $32 million a year. I know you said he's valuable to the team, but you're telling me Terry McLaurin's should be the 6th highest paid wide receiver in the NFL? Make it make sense here, because that doesn't make any sense to me.
The market's always moving, and he's consistently putting 1,000 yards.
The market continues to go up, but the Commanders were not going to pay him. They were 100% going to pay him, and he wasn't going anywhere. He wanted to be there. They worked it out. At least it wasn't as drawn out as the whole fucking Jerry Jones situation. That drives me crazy. All right, so we talked about that. Let's talk about this, though. This is another big part of the NFL spotlight here. Shiloh Sanders waived by the Buccaneers. So there's so many ways that you can take this, Ethan. Well, the fans say the NFL is out to get Shiloh Sanders and the Sanders family. They're out to get them. Or maybe Shiloh Sanders just wasn't that good, and that punch was the icing on the cake. And I don't care what player you are. You can never punch somebody in the face like that, because if in the NFL in a regular season game you're getting suspended or you're getting fined. But the Bucs just didn't have enough room for him on the depth chart. He just wasn't that good. He's an undersized safety. He didn't move the needle, and there was a reason why he went undrafted, because he's just not that good. Now, people will try to paint a different picture. They're out to get the Sanders family. That has nothing to do with it. This is a football eye test. Some other team can.
I think at the end of the day, he's going to be on someone's roster. I don't think he's going to be on. He didn't fit the Bucs.
No.
But I do think if you're cutting him because of the punch, I think the Bills tight end legit initiated that.
I agree with you, but I don't think they cut him just because of the punch, and I think you and I
No.
both know that as well. There's more
I
to
think
it
he's.
than
I
that.
think he will be a great special teams contributor. I thought he had a great preseason, in my opinion, at least a game.
Listen, I think he's gonna get. I think you cut out for a second. Go ahead.
Comment down below. I just don't believe that.
You cut out. You cut out for a second. Say that again.
Great contributor to the
Okay,
special
no.
teams.
There you go.
Still?
There you go. Yeah, listen. No, you're good. You're good. You're good.
Yeah.
You're good. I think that he could be a piece on another team, but I just don't think the Bucs had any room for him. And I hope
That's okay.
I hope he goes somewhere else and he does his thing, but I'm sure he learned his lesson. And I'm not saying the Bills guy did initiate that, but you've got to be smarter than that, especially knowing that you're of a target on your back because you're the Sanders family. Like, you 100% need to know you can't do stuff like that, especially any mistake you make is going to be tallied. It's going to be checkmarked. And the NFL GMs and organizations are sitting around there looking at that like, that's a bad look, man. Listen, they didn't do anything bad off the field like that. We're not saying that, but in the NFL light, it's a big deal. So he was the fourth safety, and he showed promise in earlier preseason games, but he was the fourth safety.
I was rooting for him. I
was too. Listen, listen, I'm not hating on him. People are going to spin this and say I'm hating on him, but you can't do that. Sometimes the cookie doesn't crumble the way you like it to. And Dion said, let's be different today. Let's be a better you. Yep, you made a mistake. Learn from it. Take it on the chin. Move on. Some other team will sign him.
I hope so.
We never got a chance to talk about the whole Shiloh Sanders situation with the Browns. Of course, Kenny Pickett was traded yesterday to the Oakland Raiders. We know why he was traded.
Kenny Two Gloves. Hey, whoa.
Yeah,
put some respect on his name.
I knew this.
Thank you. Super Bowl champion Kenny Pickett got traded to the Raiders.
God.
Yep.
Got traded to the Raiders, and it didn't have anything to do with the Browns depth chart and moving guys around to move up Shedeur and Dylan Gabriel. It was because Aiden O'Connell got hurt for the Raiders, and he's out for 8 to 12 weeks. He got hurt, and the Raiders needed a void as a backup quarterback.
I mean, also, why are you keeping 5 quarterbacks in your roster?
Right, that as well.
Yeah,
we knew one of them was going to go, and I thought it was going to be Kenny Pickett. I thought they were going to trade him. So aside from the injury from O'Connell, that's what I thought. But Shiloh Sanders didn't move up the depth chart. Well, you can say he did because Kenny Pickett got traded. But now Dylan Gabriel's 2, Flacco is 1, and Shedeur is 3. So now you got 3 quarterbacks there. The Browns, I don't think the Browns like Shiloh Sanders, and I know there was a whole thing with RG of saying that there's a conspiracy and they're painting this different picture, but Flacco's the guy, and then it's Dylan Gabriel, and it's Shedeur. But this is my biggest thing about the whole Shiloh Sanders situation from the preseason game. Why would you have in Tyler Huntley in the 2-minute drill over Shiloh Sanders in that situation? Why wouldn't you want to have your rookie quarterback grow and be in tight situations like that? Because the 2-minute drill is one of the arguably the most important thing in the NFL. Why wouldn't you want to have him in that situation? Or at Dylan Gabriel? But what does Tyler Snoop Huntley have any business doing in that game in that late situation there?
Maybe the experience. Maybe it's the experience they want to see everyone else play.
In a 2-minute drill, and you just cut
I mean,
just cut him?
I'm with you on starting Sanders and getting him more PT and more experience. But I think right there, I'm not justifying it, but the only logical approach I can see is, Tyler Huntley has experience, so you want to see what the other rest of your players can do in your team.
But if he's not your future, why are you even putting him in the game? If he has no business being on your team in the near future, really, he's just a practice squad guy, or he's just a backup guy, a backup guy that you brought in for depth because you were concerned about your quarterback room. That's fine. But why does he have any business coming in that game there?
Honestly, no clue. Yeah.
That makes zero sense. That's what I'm saying. Shiloh Sanders had a pretty darn good game against the Carolina Panthers when he debuted. And Dylan Gabriel had that game as well against the Eagles where he was solid. He had threw that ugly pick 6, but those are your guys that you're trying to groom for the future. Listen,
yeah.
I think the Browns have something up their sleeve. I don't know what exactly they're doing, and I personally think that Shiloh Sanders won't be a Cleveland Brown forever. I really don't. I don't think so. I don't see it. I really don't. I don't think they like him.
Who do you think is more pro ready? Can I ask you?
Well, if you want to go with experience, because of Dylan Gabriel, because he's been in the NFL or he's been in college football since I was born, and he's was higher in the FBS, and he's one of the all-time passing leaders. But raw talent, who do I think's a better quarterback? Shiloh Sanders is better than Dylan Gabriel, but they want to go off of experience. Listen, the Browns think that Dylan Gabriel is better than Shiloh because they drafted him higher. That's the route that they went.
They think he's more pro ready.
They think he's more pro ready. That's fine. But you should be putting him in that 2-minute drill. And listen, if you don't think Shedeur ready, then put in Dylan Gabriel for that 2-minute drill. Don't put in Huntley, because then you can see tape between the two. We're not even focused on Tyler Huntley. We're focused on Dylan Gabriel and Shiloh Sanders. Nobody cares about Joe Flacco. We know how that's going to go. Listen,
Agreed.
Listen, your time is coming. There's everything happens for a reason. Joe Flacco is going to shit the bed. He's going to play a couple games, maybe 4 or 5, maybe 6, and then
Stop it, Flacco the whole season.
No. And
yes.
Then you're going to play Dylan Gabriel, and then you're going to see, and then maybe Shedeur comes in some point at the end of the season. I don't really know, but the Browns quarterback room is a disaster. We all know that. I think the Browns Shedeur should be QB2, but they don't think that, and that's fine. Listen, I think there's more to it than Shedeur's play on the field.
He holds the ball too long.
That's fine. That's fine. Maybe he holds the ball too long. Caleb Williams did as well, but you got to learn at some point. You've got to.
It's hard to break those habits. It took a year. It took a year for Caleb Williams to break that habit.
Listen, you are not wrong. I am 100% agreeing with you, but he's got to get in there at some point. Listen, everybody knows the Browns aren't going anywhere this season.
We're a quarterback factory. We'll get him ready.
Listen, as the season goes on, we'll evaluate this. We'll continue to dissect into this. And the last point I'll make about this preseason game is everyone was upset because, like you said, Shiloh Sanders was holding on to the ball too long and all those guys got cut and he's in there with all those guys and the starters should be in with him. No. He should be he should be on the field with the guys that are on the same team as him, 3rd team, 4th team reps, whatever. But that's what I'm saying. And we're going to see how the rest of the way will go. We know Flacco's quarterback 1. We'll see. But that's all I'll say.
Elite Flacco, Super Bowl champion Joe Flacco.
He was on your Eagles at one point.
He stuck with the Eagles.
Patriots. Listen, he was. I don't have any more to say about that situation there. But you listen. This is also we're talking about this here. It ties into the NFL. The Cowboys Netflix doc on Netflix, the 8-part series. I know you're not a Cowboys guy, and I saw you posted that. I watched all 8 episodes. That was fucking amazing. The fact that the NFL Films were partnered with Netflix and got all of the footage and you could see the behind the scenes and the 1990s and how dominant the Cowboys were, 3 Super Bowls in 4 years. Of course, their last time making the NFC Championship was 1995 and the whole thing with Jerry Jones. It was really good. I was like, wow. I knew the Cowboys were like the shit then. Like, I didn't know it was like that. I mean, they were like, wow. Every episode was good. I was glued. I felt like I was back in the 1990s watching it. Listen, I feel like I will say this. I will die on a hill. And Troy Aikman and Emmitt Smith and Troy Aikman and Michael Irvin said this. Troy Aikman mainly said this. What could have been if Jerry Jones and Jimmy Johnson could have put aside their egos, like it was mainly Jerry Jones, and how many more Super Bowls they would have won because they were unstoppable. Like nobody could stop them in the 90s. Like the team that they had, man, it just goes to show you. And Jerry Jones and Jimmy Johnson finally repaired their relationship, and Jerry Jones finally put him in the Ring of Honor a couple years ago.
Football junkie, even though the Cowboys. But from what I know, because my friend is a Cowboys fan, this was absolute cinema. So.
Oh yeah, that meme. No, it was really good. I promise you, like everything about it. I don't know if you'll watch it, but then they even introduced Deion Sanders late in the doc, and like it just gave me like every bit of like juice I needed. I was like, wow. Like it was awesome to see how Jerry Jones handled situations back then with the whole Emmitt Smith holdout and how Emmitt Smith missed the first game of the season because of a holdout with contract situations. And now the whole same thing is happening with Micah Parsons. So you're kind of seeing it.
Are you saying the Cowboys are going to win a Super Bowl?
Am I saying the Cowboys are going to win a Super Bowl?
The
Cowboys will not win a Super Bowl until Jerry Jones steps down or otherwise. That's all I'll say. I don't wish death upon anybody, but I'm just saying that Jerry Jones and the Cowboys won't do anything. The Cowboys won't do anything until Jerry Jones retires or hangs it up. He needs to give
Jerry Jones, may you live the longest and have the healthiest lifespan that I've ever seen known to man.
You love Jerry. Anyways,
I love Jerry Jones.
Of course you do as an Eagles fan to be in the NFC East. All I'm saying is that Jerry Jones can stay a part of the Cowboys because he built that team up from the ground. I know they won 2 Super Bowls in the 70s with Tom Landry. He can stay a part of that team, but he should give up the realm as the GM and give that role to somebody else. Just like how Patriots fans were begging for Belichick to no longer be the GM for those years when Brady left and kind of had some fluttery drafts, which we've known Belichick is not the greatest draft.
Cole Strange cut. Last first round draft pick.
Yep. So he got cut as well. But sticking here on the Cowboys, yeah. I mean, listen, everything about the doc was really good. It was amazing. Honestly, I'd probably give it a 9 out of 10. I was locked in the entire time. Like I told you, I felt like I was in the 90s. But yeah, Jimmy Johnson was a great coach. It's funny because when Barry Switzer took over the team, everything changed. They still won a Super Bowl, but I think it was more the players than Barry Switzer. And of course, the documentary can spin things. But yeah, I mean, and honestly, you got to give Jerry Jones credit for how he built the Cowboys up to where they were, to where they are now.
They're worth $1 billion.
Jerry Jones bought the Cowboys for $140 million. They're worth
I know.
$10 billion now.
They're the most expensive franchise.
Listen, he built it like at the end of the day, it's a business, and that's exactly what he built. He built a business. Yeah. He built an empire. But the one thing I'll say here about this, though, is you got to give Jerry Jones credit where credit is due back then at the time, because he took Jimmy Johnson, who was a college football coach, who was also his teammate at Arkansas, to putting him in the limelight of the Cowboys, to winning 2 Super Bowls, and everyone thought he was crazy for doing it. And then he did it with Barry Switzer as well. But yeah, Jerry Jones had the players, but that's kind of crazy to think about. You bring a college coach in who's got no NFL experience at all, and he coaches your team to 2 Super Bowls. Now, of course, you drafted Trey Aikman out of UCLA, number 1 pick. You got Michael Irvin, of course, out of Miami. You got Emmitt Smith out of Florida. Go Gators, go Gators, go Gators. So, and then Dion as well. Eric Williams. I mean, they had the guys, man. It was, and then you got to see the Niners as well, how good they were with Jerry and Steve Young. Romanowski. Oh, Charles Haley, of course, as well for the Cowboys. You know that name as well.
Best offensive line in history.
I mean, I was excited to watch it. Like I was leading up to it. I was like, oh my God, I cannot wait for this. Oh, also too, the Michael Irvin drug case. Wow, money talks, man. I don't know if you remember that, but I didn't really know the history behind that. That is insane. He was facing up to 20 years in prison because of the cocaine and the drug charges, and he ended up getting a $10,000 fine and a 4 years probation.
Light work.
That's insane. I still think about that till this day. Like it's after watching it, like, jeez. Micah Parsons.
He
gotta stick on the Cowboys.
He's a hurricane.
I guess there's so many ways you can take this, right? Of course, with Micah Parsons, he deserves to be paid. He's technically still under his rookie contract. He should be playing. Technically, he should. But from all the rookie contracts that we've seen, Jamar Chase got paid. Other players as well have been under rookie contracts, and they got their bag as well. My biggest thing, though, with Micah Parsons, though, and to hold himself to a higher standard, laying on the table in the preseason game against the Falcons, walking and eating nachos, that's fine. But the laying on the table, not showing any interest, like if you don't want to be there, like don't be there. Like, cause
he has to be there.
At this point. No, he doesn't.
Have to be there. No, he does, or he gets fined.
Then don't. My thing is if you're going to act like that, you should just stay home.
I agree with you. I agree with you. Don't show up. But I'm not getting fined.
No, that's fine. But the Cowboys should say, we don't want you to be here if you're going to act like that. I'm on Micah Parsons.
We won't.
I think he should 100%. I think Micah Parsons should be paid 100%. He deserves his money. I think he's the best. He's next to T.J. Watt. He's the best edge rusher in the NFL. Find Myles Garrett as well. But what I'm saying.
Okay, I was gonna say, relax. He's not number 2 or number 1.
He's right there. He's right there.
He's top 5
on any given day.
He's top 5.
Top 3.
Max Crosby.
I'm taking Parsons over Crosby.
Hendrickson has had better years in the past 3 seasons.
I'm taking Parsons. He's younger.
But I'm not saying he's.
Well, no. I know what you're saying. But listen, too, another thing. Let's just put this into light. Jerry Jones is never trading Micah Parsons. He was never trading Emmitt Smith.
He owns him.
Doesn't do that. Yeah, sadly to say that's the truth.
That's how he said it. I just want to say that's how he said it.
Yeah, and if you want to draw this out even more, Micah Parsons is a free agent next year. However, though, Jerry Jones can tag him.
Tag
him forever.
Yeah.
Exactly. Tag your it.
I think Micah said he grew up being a Cowboys fan. He wanted to be there so bad.
Yep. He wanted to be there so bad. Micah Parsons can get tagged forever, unfortunately. And the thing is, Jerry Jones did this with CeeDee Lamb last year. Now, it wasn't as drawn out. It wasn't as ugly as this, and it wasn't as polarizing. Yeah. But, of course, the Cowboys are the biggest brand in all of sports, which we know that now. It's not going to end pretty on either side. Listen, the thing is, Le'Veon Bell held out, and then you got Emmitt Smith in the 90s, who he held out as well. What do you think? If you want to ask me, do I think Micah Parsons gets paid? Do I think Jerry Jones figures this out? After watching that documentary, yeah, I think Micah Parsons and Jerry Jones will figure it out. I really do. I think they'll come to an agreement at some point, and they'll squash this. I don't know if it's going to be before week 1.
With no agent. He's not talking to his agent.
Yeah, that really is crazy to think about. Jerry Jones is so set back in the 90s. Like the fact that he says, oh, we don't need a third party involved. Jerry Jones, it's Micah Parsons' agent. And I know the agents try to take everything they can, and they try to get more money for their players as their client, as they should. But you've got to figure out and adapt to modern times. Some of the stuff that he said just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
We don't need a third party involved. We've said that we've given Micah Parsons the most money for a non-quarterback guaranteed player. But figure it out.
I hope he gets paid more than $42 million.
He's not going to get that.
Hey, that's what the market says? You said he's top 3? You said he's top 3? Market says
the market
he's north
can
of 40.
say what it wants. It's all about if Jerry Jones if Jerry Jones is willing to do it. How long is Jerry Jones willing to hold out? Because listen, how this could potentially go and how I think this will go is Micah Parsons won't play week 1 because remember he's injured. Of course, against your Birds, he has the ankle injury, so he won't play week 1. And I think the Cowboys get embarrassed week 1 against your Birds, and the pressure mounts upon Jerry Jones. The media.
Like the Chris Jones situation with Kansas City?
Yes, this one is way bigger because the Cowboys are a bigger brand than the Chiefs. But you're on the right page. You're on the right track there. My biggest thing, though, with this whole situation with Jerry Jones is he's going to have to do it at some point. It's going to have to happen. Because Micah Parsons is technically still under contract, and Micah Parsons wants his money. He wants his bag, and if Jerry Jones is that guy, then he'll give it to him.
Yeah.
But this is what Jerry Jones even said this in the documentary. He built a soap opera. This is exactly what Jerry Jones wants.
He's going to take away from the Eagles' sunshine.
He's the LeBron James of the NFL. Jerry Jones has said that like I just said, he built a soap opera. He built a TV show. He wants all the attention on him and the Cowboys. How does he do it? He draws this whole Micah Parsons situation out. This is exactly.
Do not be shocked if we find out he gets paid Thursday before the Eagles release the banner.
You listen. You might not be wrong. How I think it though, I think Micah Parsons sits out week 1.
I hope so.
Pressure amounts after they lose week 1. Of course you do. Of course, yeah. But I'm just saying though, that's what I see, and the drama continues. Jerry Jones says he offered nearly $200 million. Supposedly Jerry Jones claims Micah Parsons' agent sabotaged negotiations for a new contract that have made Parsons the highest paid guaranteed player outside of quarterback, which I said, yeah,
$200 million, 5 years
for $24 million. Yeah, it's similar to the CeeDee Lamb holdout. Listen, none of these aren't old. None of this is old. This is all reoccurring with Jerry Jones. Players want him to be paid. Teammates want him to be paid, and as he should. He deserves to be paid. Like I 100% agree. Oh, of course, the kingdom we talked about with the Chiefs. We'll talk a little bit about that. I know you don't like the Chiefs, but just the history side of these documents and these football shows are great. I know you got Hard Knocks, but the Chiefs, ESPN plus Disney plus 6-part series of the Kingdom. It was really cool to see how they highlighted the history about the Chiefs between Lamar Hunt and how he built the Chiefs and how the AFC Championship is named after Lamar Hunt. The Super Bowl, he came up with that name. Super Bowl, Lamar Hunt came up to that name. Came up with that name. Excuse me, I'm rambling. Yeah, he came up with that name, which was so cool to see because back then the NFL commissioner wasn't a big fan of the name, and then after a while people kept saying it, and they kept saying Super Bowl, and then they said Sunday Super Bowl. It's like how, and then it just stuck, but it just flows off the tongue. Super Bowl Sunday, like when you think about it. But yeah, I want to talk about this though, about the Chiefs and the documentary and how well the Chiefs have been run these years and just all these years in recent years with how good they've been. Like it's remarkable to think that Mahomes stepped in after a first year and led them to an AFC championship. It's been remarkable to think that they've made 7 straight AFC championships. I know they lost to your Birds last year, but it's fucking insane to think about how good they've been. Like when you think about that, like they were just a decent team before Mahomes took over. And like, I personally will say this right now, this has been on my mind. I think the days of a quarterback sitting for one season as a rookie quarterback under a veteran are over. I really do. I think Mahomes was the last of the Mohicans. I really do. Yep.
Jackson Dart, call it this year.
I don't think he'll sit the entire year unless Brian Daboll wants to spread that out and like he wants to play smart with it. But I think those days are done. I really do. Because I think
you'll sit the whole year.
I don't think so. Listen,
you have Jameis as QB2. No point of having both veterans ahead of him.
I think Jameis maybe. But the thing is, too, with Russell Wilson, though, is he's not that bad. So, yeah, you could be right. He could play the entire year. But if if the Giants are smart and they want to play their cards right and they want to play this safe, they should treat it like the Andy Reid Mahomes situation. Alex Smith, let him mold, let him sit for a year.
I think Mahomes played one game his rookie year.
No, he didn't play at all.
I thought he played the fourth quarter. I swear there was a game. Unless I'm wrong, that was year 2.
I'm pretty sure he sat the entire year. I'm pretty confident that he sat the entire year.
I'm not saying I don't believe you. I'm just making sure.
I'm pretty sure he sat the entire year. You can look it up, but I don't think he did.
No, he played one game. I was right.
Oh, okay. Well, you know what I'm saying. Yeah. Like he sat.
No. I understood. I was just making sure I had my.
But just how good they've been, and like the situation that Mahomes it fell right into his lap. Now Mahomes is amazing. Like, of course, it helps out when you get put in a situation like that. But like most other quarterbacks aren't doing that.
Tyreek Hill,
He's
Travis
that.
Kelce, Andy Reid, Kareem Hunt.
Steve
He did lead the league
Spagnuolo,
with
Chris
yeah.
Jones.
No,
But also
Spagnuolo
too,
was on the team yet.
in 2017.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was. He wasn't.
No.
Steve Spagnuolo wasn't on the Chiefs in 2017.
I don't think so.
2019. Okay, yep,
Yeah.
2019. Right, because 2019.
Ball
was
knowledge.
Interim head coach 2019 he took over. Right. Okay. Anyways,
Yeah.
but the dynasty that they've built, the team that they've built, is
They're
just
elite.
Remarkable to think about. Also, too, Caitlin Clark was in the documentary next to Taylor Swift. I love that. That was great to see. They highlighted her a little bit. They showed her a little bit.
You should have wore her jersey today.
Oh, I should have. Oh, no, it's more Taylor Swift.
Opportunity of a lifetime.
Last part we'll make. Caitlin Clark is getting her own Nike shoe, and she's getting merch.
Horrible logo. Logo.
You don't like it?
It looks like a fake Coach bag. It looks like a fake Coach bag or a Gucci belt. No, I'm being so serious. Like I love Caitlin Clark, and I believe like she deserves such a better logo. The minimalistic trend is the death of creativity.
They could have given her more than just that. I mean that's kind of important.
That's what I'm saying. Like a 3 and a C?
Something more. I mean, like they could have given her like her shooting a 3-pointer or like a better logo than
something.
That. I'm not saying I'm not saying it's got to be like a Jordan logo, but I mean
the ponytail and the C maybe. I don't know, something.
Like maybe like a fist or something. Like give me something.
Like this is nothing. Like what is this gonna
interlocking C's? I get it's like connection with, like to her fans, but like that just doesn't. What does that do? No, I will be buying her merch.
Yeah.
I think it comes out October 4th, if I'm not mistaken. Nike, I think it's October 4th.
Are you buying the shoes?
If I can get my hands. They said they're not going to release until 2026. The shoes, I don't know when the shoes come out. Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. That logo's awful.
Yeah.
Nike's got better marketing and way better people behind that. That's terrible.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, that's awful. Yeah. Oh my gosh. So the shoes are going to release in 2026, and the rest of her logo collection will follow on October 1st through the same channel. Oh, Taylor Swift's album October 3rd, and we're getting Caitlin Clark stuff on October 1st. Wow. The October month's going to be great.
For the women.
For the male and the females.
But mainly it's like, for the women. Like they begin to hooping. Right. Yeah, they're getting into hooping. That'd be so lit.
You're absolutely right. I can't believe, maybe. Are you surprised Nike waited this long to drop all this?
Yeah, I think AJ Wilson deserved her flowers first. I think there was huge like controversy about how you're gonna give a rookie, her logo first, her shoe. AJ Wilson deserves one, and they're right.
So yeah, but I mean, at this point now, I think the cat's out of the bag. Even though she really hasn't even played much of this year, she definitely deserves everything.
Yeah, she literally made it better.
Let's come her way. So, guys, on that note, I think that does it for us. We covered a lot. You heard us yap for an hour. Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift engagement. We're happy for them. So high school, it's a love story, baby. Just say. Somebody cut my mic. We talked about the NFL with the whole Shiloh Sanders saga there, the whole Cowboy stuff with the Micah Parsons. If he's going to get paid, Ethan's birds. We'll get that. We get college football we talked about. We got NFL. We'll get NFL for next week. That was more for next week more than anything.
We talked about our summers.
Yeah, we talked about our summers.
They don't. Please do not. Stop posting about summer I turned pretty. I need to watch that. Stop spoiling. Don't spoil it. Don't spoil it for me. Yeah. I won't say anything. I'm waiting for it to come out so I can binge it.
Listen, I just got to say this. I got to get closer to the mic. This might be one of the best days in Swiftie history. I know the album with the regaining her masters back a few months ago, but this one here, their forever lover getting engaged to her end game, to her person. And the song So High School, like I said, which was about Travis Kelce. All those songs. Oh, I can't wait for the album October 3rd. Guys, make sure to follow us on Spotify, YouTube, and Apple Podcasts. Make sure to follow Ethan's TikTok at The Couch Report.
Jaden Daniels not top 5.
Jaden Daniels not top 5. What do you mean?
That's my take right now. Debate with me on TikTok if you want.
Oh, yeah. Make sure to catch Ethan live as well. But yeah, guys,
Mm-hmm.
we will see you guys next weekend. We'll have a recap of the Denver trip with the Bass Party, the college football games from this weekend, from this upcoming weekend. We'll be talking about those next week. Those will be good as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, Mamba mentality. So great to have Ethan back on the podcast. Are you wearing a Kobe shirt?
Yeah, come on. Had to for you. Come on. And for him, the 24th, 2 days ago.
Yeah, 8/24, and then his birthday was 8/23 as well. Yeah, guys, that does it for us. We will see you guys next week. Make sure everyone has a safe Labor Day weekend. Clip that.